But today we are going to be talking about the all the AI tools aside the company that we are very familiar with. So I think I have 10 different AI that I know somebody already mentioned one for me, which was ChatGPT. There is what's called Notebook LM. Sorry, it's looking a good. This is called the first one is Google Notebook LM. It's a Google product. What that does for you is, all these Microsoft and all these AI, they have different strengths. There is one you can use to learn about something. There is one that can help you fetch information from the document. There is one that you can tell it, help me to just transcribe what the person is saying in this video, help me to type it down. So they have different strengths. So I have 10 different systems which I'm going to be talking about. I have the Google Notebook LM, which what this one does, I know you must have heard of PDF. Maybe you are given a document that, go and study this document, and that document are now 100 pages. But you just want to get that information out of that PDF. You don't have that luxurious time to start reading or start studying the whole 100 pages. But when you take this of Google Notebook LM, upload it there, it will give you exactly what's inside, like going to the third point. Giving you it's going to summarize what that document is about. It's going to give you keynotes. There's a difference between keynotes and summarization. I'm sure you must have been taught summarization, a summary in English. So there is a way it's going to present summary part for you, and also the part of keynotes. And even if you wanted to write a full maybe script for you, the Google Notebook LM will be able to write. And not just that you can upload one document, you can upload more than 2 documents at a time. And it's going to combine all together, giving you the result. Like depending on the question you ask, I'm uploading this document, help me to bring out so. Even if it's part that is talking about AI, it goes straight, maybe it is in page 89. And you as human, you can't quickly fetch that AI back. But with using Google Notebook LM, it will be able to find out that particular part that speaks about AI, and it's going to write out whatever you need to know about it. So I also have Microsoft Copilot. You can use it to build apps. You can use it to ask questions. Now, Microsoft is a subject of it, and what they've been done is maybe building website, not even maybe, sorry, it's building website. You have different kind of tools. One of the tools which I make of is Microsoft Power Platform tools. That's the one of Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, Power Mix, and Power Batch. That's where we get to build a very small, let me say a very small active AI just for the particular outcome take place. Now, somebody can come to activity, I'm giving you an assignment, I have a little bit for you. Aside the gifts for competition, I have something for you. Not only have to give your ChatGPT. And I know that you must have been using ChatGPT, use it to ask questions. It's not homework, if this place work, not work. So that ChatGPT, you use it to ask questions. You don't go there. Go on ChatGPT to ask. You just go on the website, type ChatGPT.com. Once the website is open, you ask any question you want to find out, and it's going to give you the real answer. So sometimes it hallucinates, but just be assured that whenever you ask a question, what are you by hallucinate? Let's say you go to ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT that, I have stomach ache. It can be telling you not to use the paracetamol. Whereby that is not you just feel, maybe you should take some, maybe Flagy, depending on whatever you are eating, depending on whatever you are eating, that might determine that. But for whenever AI does not know, the very like which are very familiar, much familiar with. If it doesn't know what to tell, sometimes it can just come up and say, it doesn't know. That means it's hallucinating. But just don't pay so much, don't rely so much on AI to find out, because when you build apps, mostly, mostly you can't imagine, but no, even if this code, if you see how to debug it, what I mean by debugging is when there is error, you find a way out to find a solution. So I also have Cloudia. Cloudia is another AI that you can use to make sense, which I use and I the AI is showing for learning. And there is also that is to works like ChatGPT, works like Claudia. There's also Coin AI. This Coin AI just came out recently this year. So it was built by one man in China. So I don't know about ChatGPT, but this one just came in recently this year, and it was built by a China person. Ah, sorry. Okay. Now, okay, so there is another one which is the seventh point of the Google. We have Google Speech. We talked about web design. So this Google Speech, if you have interest in web designing, you just want to make birthday cards, you want to make maybe invitation cards, you want to have your birthday party, and you want to give the job out, you can easily make use of Google Speech. So just have in mind that I'm going to learn about web design. So if you know that you have interest in web design, pay more attention in using Google Speech, which is very good. Which is going to be really more productive for you as a web designer. And there is also grammar. Sometimes you can make mistakes, and you can say, oh, I do have a word in my English writing essay. But sometimes you can make mistakes, you are allowed to make mistakes. But you want that essay to be 100% perfect. Go with grammar. When you upload or when you copy and paste whatever you want to send somebody or your essay or your letter, it's going to fetch out the errors there. Maybe there is error in your spelling, or maybe there is where you have to put and there is no space in between your heart and the T. It's going to solve that out for you without having any error and making it 100% perfection. So there is also Firebase Studio. That also is built by if you are interested in web development, that I'm talking about, wants to become a front-end developer, wants to become a back-end developer, and make use of it, leverage more on this, going to be more productive. There is also the last one is Otter AI. The Otter AI is used for creative transcription. Like maybe you want to like this particular section now, you want to be written down and like it should be written down. It's going to take note of when I'm speaking, and it will also take note of when my boss is speaking. And if it can decide to pick a name, okay, maybe we will say speaker one, speaker two. That's what it's called. It's very beautiful. I'm speaking from experience. When you make use of this, I don't know. And even people know many people that are in a meeting, and you know that people are talking. This other AI will be able to let this out. How many different people that spoke during that event? So if you know the first group, speaker one, speaker two, speaker three, then when you see the summary, when you see whatever it has transcribed for you, you'll be able to see that, oh, 10 people were in this session, then you'll be able to say that, okay, let me just spell out whatever information I wish to get of this particular thing. So thank you. We're going to be moving on to the next session, and I'm going to be happy to back to this time.
Okay. Let's give Adeola a round of applause. Okay, awesome. So, when a king enters your midst, so as you are there now, all of you, just imagine a king comes in there. What are you going to do? Adeola, can you hear me? I think I've lost your connection. Okay, yeah, it's back up now. So with a standing ovation, I want us to welcome my boss, my very big boss, Madam Olajumoke Toriola. Let's give her a round of applause with a standing ovation. So, just like a brief intro, she is the one that really brought me into this whole world of Microsoft, and I really thank her for all the opportunities she has given me. and for honoring us to also be a part of these events that we've put together. So thank you so much, Ma. We really look forward to your insights. We really thank you that you've taken time out of your busy schedule to come here and speak to us. So I want you to pay big attention. Like this, she's a very very big personality. So just imagine like a king has come to speak to you today. So pay attention, no noise, and if you have questions at the end of our section, ask questions. Thank you so much, MJ. Thank you so much, Ma.
Yeah. Good morning. Please, may you please have your seat. Please have your seat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kayode. And I mean, it's lovely to be here virtually. I'm super glad, and this is something that even in my busy schedule, I will make out time for, because I mean, I'm someone that I see myself very passionate about bringing up the next future innovators, the next AI data scientists and all of that. So when they asked me for this, even with my very busy schedule, I said, no, I have to come in.
Thank
All
you.
right, so I'm just going to share my screen, and please let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes. Yes,
All
yes.
right, thank you. So I'm just gonna start with, so this keynote they asked me, I mean Kayode asked me to say, what we'll be doing really is we'll be exploring the transformative impact of automation. I guess that I came in, but I heard Adiola spoke a little bit of things, and then I'm sure even as you guys have started your journey in artificial intelligence, you will know that there is a lot of automation that is involved. So in this keynote, really, we'll be exploring the transformative impact of automation on global employment landscape, and also we'll look at how we can encourage a fresh perspective on the future of work. Please, I am trying to bring it down very, very, very low to our level. I'm sorry, if I'm going to be using too much of big grammars, please.
It's
But I
fine,
mean,
yeah.
I hope that it is not too much, because they told me you're secondary school students. I wish that by the end of this keynote, we would have seen how we have navigated the shifts that this artificial intelligence, the automation that it presents, even though it might look complex to our mind, but as even as individuals express concern, or as you even coming into this era of artificial intelligence, you have your own concern, you have your own questions, but you'll be able to see how you fit in into all of this, how you can even make career out of it and all of that. So we can see how that intersection, the intersection that is how they come together, this artificial intelligence, which is a technology, how it comes together with you as a human being, and how the better togetherness is what is we're going to talk about. So, but before I begin, my name, I know Kayode did a bit of introduction about me. So once again, my name is Olajumoke Toriola. Once again, I say good morning, future innovators. It's such a joy for me to be here with you all. Though I am called Olajumoke Toriola, but the truth about it is that people know me more as MJ. So MJ is a fun name for you to call me. And I like to always leave a disclaimer ahead of time. MJ does not mean Michael Jackson. So if you ask me to take any steps, you will be in for a surprise. I don't know how to dance, but I can move my head anyway. So, but as I stand here, I'm standing here and I'm talking to you not just as a technology leader, but as someone who sat where you once where you are today. Someone who was curious, and is still curious, full of questions and dreaming of a future that felt not just out of reach, but it is something that is tangible, that I can relate with, that I can feel, and I can also be part of. And that was what my curiosity. I normally like to tell people something, that the beginning of you being creative is developing your curiosity. What bets your creativity, what bets your innovation, is how curious you are about a thing, because it makes you want to say, oh, how does this work and how do I fit in into it? So today I want to talk to you about something that's changing everything, which is artificial intelligence, or AI as you call it. I'm sure there is none of us that wouldn't have known about AI. A lot of us must have heard about it, even if it is not from TV, even if it is not from our parents or our colleagues. I'm sure for the past few months that or weeks that you have been with Kayode and his team, you would have heard about AI. So I want to talk about not only that artificial intelligence, but most importantly about you, because you are the future, you are the potential, and then you are the future, you are that potential that drives AI at the end of the day. And now you can shape the world around you that is coming, that is already here, and then the future that is even coming with it. So that is what I want to talk about with you today. So my agenda, I don't have too much. To be honest, I don't have too much of slide. It's going to be something that is we're all going to talk about and then we're going to relate with. So my agenda is just this. What is AI and what does it matter? To be honest, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel, because I know Kayode and his team has done a fantastic job to even tell you about what AI is. I'm not going to, so I'm just going to talk to you about where you really fit in, and then throw you into a bit of my journey from how curiosity made me now to create an impact, and which is one of those impact is also what I'm trying to pass along to you today. And then the fourth part will be a call to your dream, to making your own dream also bigger. So AI is much more than just robots or the stuff of science fiction. That's the truth. It represents a diverse range of technology that fuels intelligence assistant. And what do I mean by intelligence? There are certain things that are required of human intelligence, which means things like when you can be able to perceive, to think, and also to make decision. Right now, that is what AI is doing. In a simple word, is saying that you are training computer to be able to act in that form of intelligence. Before now, intelligence is only to humans, to say humans are the ones that can make decisions, they are the ones that can think, cognitive and all of that. But you see all of that now moving into technology, and I'm sure you must have heard about even ChatGPT and all of that. You've seen now that it is even incorporating things like text, like video, like all of that, like images, into what machine can recognize, interpret, and make decision on. So AI is much more than those robots you see in Arnold says. I mean Arnold, what's the name? You know that
Terminator.
Arnold movie? What's the yeah? It's much more than that. It represents a diverse range of technologies that falls intelligent assistant, and that's why we use the word intelligence, because intelligence has always been what is with human beings. So it also helps you to do what, to power sophisticated system. You see, you've heard things around self-driving cars. That is AI doing all of that. You've heard things about Siri. I don't know whether a lot of you use Siri in your house to, I mean Siri on your phone or on your system and all of that, or even Gemini, if you are aware of it. Some of you that takes your parents' phone, you've seen situation where um people are driving on the road and then something is okay, let us even come on, you see, what's the name, the Google, that helps you to predict the traffic on the road and all of that. So Google Map, that is AI in action. I'm just trying to bring it home. And again, you've some of the ways that it has worked, I mean, it has evolved, is that you've seen it in medical lines with advanced tools that can actually create a kind of fast diagnosis in the medical lines this day. So this technology is reshaping numerous industries, to be honest. From the field of agriculture today, you can see AI tools that are used to predict, when an animal is going to give birth, when a crop is actually going to come, a crop season is going to be ready for harvest, and then also predict the kind of diseases that can affect crops so that people can make intelligent decision on time. So you see all of that. Even in fashion today, people gone are the days when people try to say, oh, you get humans to work on the road, on the fashion road show and all of that. You get people, you get robots right now today that can actually do what, that can even sew, not only sew, but can even predict how the fashion, and then can do the trend, the fashion trend and all of that. You see it also in banking today. A lot of us, maybe if you have a bank account or daddy has a bank account at home, you see a situation where you want to make account, and then something is, you have an AI assistant that is telling you, oh, you have already make a deposit 2 months ago and all of that. You want to make those same deposit. That's going to give you some form of suggestion. And in education today, I'm sure a lot of you are using ChatGPT. If you're not using ChatGPT even to do your assignments and all of that, which I do not encourage, I'm sure a lot of you will be using Suno. Suno is something that can even allow you, can convert your text, your school text, to music. Because what we found out is that some students sometimes do well with when they can recite. So you can take a textbook, a portion of your textbook or your write-up from your teacher, put it in Suno, and then it generates a music for it, and then you start singing, and that helps you. So we've seen that kind of improvement in education and the efficiency and the innovation that AI has brought in. More importantly is that, and so exciting is that, AI is not only transforming roles, but it's also creating a new job. And that is why this topic of the future of AI and its role in job creation really is what is important. So, but before I go further, I just want to share a bit of my story. Now, when I talked about myself, one of the things that I'm proud to always talk about myself is the fact that, I grew up just like every one of you. But I stayed curious. That's one of the things I need to tell you about. I stayed very curious. I asked a lot of questions when I was growing up. I asked why things are this way. Why wasn't, because when I was growing up, I wanted to become a lot of things. I wanted to become a teacher. I wanted to impart to my own generation. Then I told myself, oh, when we grow up, not teacher. My our family lawyer said, no, she's very good, she will be good as a lawyer because she has a very powerful voice, and I'm sure you guys know I have a very powerful voice, I guess. So that she has a very powerful voice, and then I wanted to become a doctor. I wanted to go the medical line. But you see, a lot of those things was driven by curiosity, because I wanted to know, how is knowledge imparted? How does this happen? How is the human being, or the anatomy of a human being, how did it come about? How did blood flow through? Those were the curiosity, and those curiosity even stayed with me even when I decided later on to read electrical engineering. Not because I wanted to read electrical engineering, it's because I had the cutoff mark then was 233 for medicine, and I had 231. And then my state of origin decided not to give me medicine. They gave me microbiology, and I felt really bad. So I left them and I went to another state to have electrical engineering, which is in Lagos State here. But what is important is that my curiosity stayed with me, that I wanted to understand how does electricity, how was it discovered, how did it flow, and all of that. So this made me, even when I decided, when I came into the job role, or as I started in IT and all of that, I wanted to know how flow. Oh, you send a mail, you have Gmail today, you send a mail. How does that mail go from your box to another person? Those curiosity is what made me to say, oh, I wanted to understand how all of this came about. And how, when artificial intelligence came in, I was also ready for it to say, oh, I want to delve into it. So you can see a lot of my achievements that, okay, I'm a Microsoft regional director. And to be honest, being the first in Nigeria and the only female in Africa is something that makes me really glad. And I'm also not only that, I'm also like a Microsoft most valuable professional in some of these areas, which also includes AI that I was recently awarded with. And beyond that, I saw myself as a community person, and I decided to say, oh, I want to do what empower the rest of the people with what I've learned. So I co-founded a community that is called Textilers. And what do we do in Textiler? It's actually a community that empowers women and youth through technology. What was our driving force? We wanted to have more women representatives. Not only that, but we also wanted to help the youths that are just coming up, whether you are a female or you are a male. We just wanted to make it very easy for you to have a landing, a soft landing in technology. So that was why we created Textella. But I didn't just start there. Like I said, I started with curiosity. I asked questions. I joined communities. I built things. I tried out my hands on things. I failed sometimes, to be honest. I go into the restroom, cry my eyes out, and then come back with a straight face. And then I learn to try over and over and over again. So one of the most powerful things I did also, like I said, was to build communities, because it is a space where you could learn, where you could grow and dream together. So, and that's how Textella was born. And that's how I became a voice in a global conversation about technology and leadership. So one of the things that is just a little bit about my own curiosity, how curiosity has helped me all the way to what I am today. But what is the future really of work and your role in it? I could go on and talk about AI, but I want us to have this at the back of our mind, that AI has come to stay and is going to power the future of work. And the people like you in that room are the ones that are going to lead it. And so people have said that AI is going to take our jobs. The truth about it is that AI may not necessarily take your job if you know how to use it. But those that don't know how to use it and have not become relevant or made themselves relevant to stay abreast with the technology is what AI is going to take are the ones that AI is going to take their job. So the question I want to ask you today is that, where do you really want to be? Do you want to be that part of that movement that AI is going to take your job, or you are going to be that part of the movement that is actually going to make use of AI and drive AI and lead the future with AI? And if you ask me, I think the latter is what I will ask you to select, that you be part of that movement that is actually going to lead AI going forward. But there's a lot of things you can do, and this is what the future looks like really. There are going to be a lot of jobs that are going to require creativity, that's going to require problem solving. And I started off with curiosity. For you to be creative, you have to be curious. You have to be curious. You have to be curious at the back of your mind to say, why does this? You have to be one that wants to ask questions. You have to be one that needs to get out of your comfort zone and also try to do what to explore. So that is what the future looks like going forward. So jobs that are going to be created are jobs that will require creativity. And I want to stop a bit. I want to tell you that you in that room, you are not different from the 5-year-old or the 7-year-old child that is in China that is even making use of the AI technology. A lot of us, the phones that we use, that we buy today and then we make use of, or even the game that we make use of, you will be surprised that it is a 7-year-old that is in China that is doing it. That is in China that is doing it. So you'll be surprised. And because those are the people that are doing it, the question you will ask yourself is that, why can't I do this? So I want to challenge you in that room today, that even as you are there in that room, begin to be, I mean, wake up your curiosity, wake up your knowledge of, I want to be the part of this. And then it starts with being curious, being creative, and then at the end of the day, building your problem solving skills. Again, there's going to be a collaboration between humans and machines. That is the truth about it. There's going to be a collaboration between humans and machines. AI is not going to do the job alone. It still requires a human to drive it or to lead it. So even if you have at the back of your mind that, oh, AI is taking people's job, the question I want to ask you is, don't you think it will be more that you are in a better position to be the one to drive or to lead this AI? Because AI cannot operate on its own. No matter how, it will still require a human to initiate it. Whether it is to put it on, it still requires a human. Then it can now continue its automation process. Whether it is to power it on, it will still require a human. So I want you to look at positioning yourself to how you can be in that space where you can be that person that can collaborate with the machine, which is AI, and then you can make yourself available. Again, the future of work is that there's going to be opportunities to build solutions for communities. I want you to stay curious as I'm speaking to you today, because I want you to stay curious and look within. Let's start within the home. Let's start within even your homes, because your home is your very first community. Look at things that you can automate in your home. An example, if you ask me, will be, oh, today there are chores that mommy needs to ask me or daddy needs to ask me to do. Is there a way I can automate those chores that mommy does not have to repeatedly be telling me, and then, or there's something that can send me a sort of reminder, or there's something that can send me some sort of, or that can automate or create some sort of workflow that can automate the process, and it is not a repetitive or a manual task any longer. So stay curious, and then if you leave that, you come back to your school. Today my teacher comes to the class every day, and then we have to write on paper, and on paper we have to write and say, oh, this is our name, or we have to write our attendance. Is there something that I can sit, or I can form a group with the rest of my colleagues or my school, of my peers that are in the school, and then we can see how we can help our teacher to automate that process. That, okay, every student can receive a notification to say, oh, this is the next class, and then attendance, students can just have a place where they can go and mark their attendance, and it will not be that they are writing it on a sheet and all of that. So you start thinking from home, move to school and see the problems around you and that you can solve. Then when you leave the school, start imagining, stay curious, and start looking at the society where you are born, and then look at things that are done that you feel, oh, these are things that you would have been able to, that AI can solve. And then see how you can stay creative to start looking at how you will use AI to solve that problem. You may not have all of the tools to use. However, you can actually reach out to even people that are in the industry, or that are in this field more than you, that have stayed in it and said, oh, this is what you want to do. This is a problem I want to solve. Please, can you guide me and my team, or can you guide me and my friends to see how we can do this? And then somebody that is more experienced can guide you on it. And that is where you can start for. So you don't need to wait until you get to university. Even as you are in the secondary school today, I challenge you to start. You can start by learning how to code. You can start by learning how to explore AI tools. You can start by learning to join tech clubs. You can start a tech clubs in your own school. I challenge you. If you do not have that today, start a tech club in your school. Create a club and say, oh, we want to create a club, and then this is just AI initiative. And then you can invite people once in a while, maybe people that are in the field, reach out to them to come speak to you. Build projects that solve real problems. I challenge you to start from your house, from your home, bring it to school, from school, bring it to the society. From society, you can actually build something bigger, and then that can solve the problem. Because the truth about it is that all of you sitting in that room are the ones that is going to fix the country called Nigeria. All of us here, we are going to be the one to fix the country Nigeria. There is no other place we have as home, and there is no other place that we can say this is our home. So we will all fix this nation, and it starts with you. So I'm challenging you to do all of that. So in conclusion of my speech, because I do not want to waste so much of your time, I just want to tell you that you should dream beyond your current horizon. AI is not just the future of work, it is the future of your work, and you have the power to shape it. You can be a developer, you can be a data scientist, you can be a tech entrepreneur or a community builder, just like I've said earlier, and you can lead innovation from Nigeria to the world. Trust me. Don't let anyone tell you it is too early or it is too hard. If I can do it at this age, you can also do it. If I could do it then, you could do it too. So in closing, I want to leave you today with this. I want you to remember that AI is not just the future, it is the future of work, and you have the power to shape it. Now, the best ally you have is time. And then I want you to make time your best ally and make use of it. I want to pause a bit to quickly emphasize on that. If we all sit still in that room today that you are, if we stay still, and I also stop talking, one thing that will not stop, that we still do tick-tock, it is time. It means time waits for no one. It means time is not going to wait for you even if you stay still. It means time will not wait for me even if I fold my hand. So time waits for no one, it moves, and I say make use of it, make it your best ally. Because the manner you make use of time will determine the difference between you and the next person. And that is why I say that if you study the children in China, there are a lot of activities they are introduced to, and these activities they pass through time, and today everything that is made by them is what we are using. So why can't we be those China children? At 7, they are building what you are using. They are building the phones that our parents are making use of. They are building all of the gadgets that we're using for game. I want you to challenge yourself and tell yourself, no, I can do that, and I can do it also. So, but I'm going to create time and stay curious and be creative. And when you rise, reach back. And that's one of the things I want to tell you. You can only learn by teaching others or by imparting. You can only grow by learning and then imparting knowledge to others. So when you rise, ensure that you bring up the next set of people. You form a tech club today. When you're leaving, let the next generation that is after you pick it up and then continue to support them. And I tell you today that progress is a system. Hope is not a plan. Hope is not a plan. Work on feedbacks, work on metrics, work on movement. That is what it is. Progress is a system. Progress takes time, and it will demand your commitment. It will demand your energy. And finally, I want you to stay curious. I want you to stay bold and never stop dreaming. Thank you so much for listening to me. If you would like to connect with me, please, you can scan if you're on LinkedIn, which I don't know whether you are, but you can always connect with me. You can always find me. And then thank you for having me and then for the opportunity to share with you. Thank you all.
Wow, thank you so much, Ma. Let's give her a big round of applause. Thank you so much, Ma. We really appreciate it. Thank you for taking time out to be with us today. And this is the second time we are doing something like this. And the feedback from the first time was so. Then it was like, here we've gone to a single school, but previously we brought like several schools together. So this is one of the schools that was attended, and we still plan to do more of this, and just getting the word out there and hearing what the students are saying. They are very interested in these conversations. So yes, thank you so much, Ma, for joining us. Awesome.
All right.
Okay.
Is there any question? I can take few
Yes.
questions before I
Yes.
leave.
Question. Well, enjoyment. I want you, please, I want us to, like, I don't want to be the only one to appreciate that. And I want you to say, our mother is mighty. Thank you, ma. Before I thought of that, like to you, I'm not new to that, but I've learned so much. And she actually taught every part I took when I wanted to practice. This is Lagos, their familiar with PRT, right? Their familiar with PRT, that long period. And you remember whenever I'm leaving the workplace I started, as I'm leaving my workplace at 7, because I five. When I leave by 7 and I enter PRT for Command, I open my laptop. I place also leave my close to my laptop. When I get home, I open my laptop. She makes was actually on curiosity. Always be ready to learn. Don't let anybody to push you to start. And she kept on mentioning that. As I said, she taught more that part that really motivated me when I started. She taught that and she mentioned that. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to tell her when I was like to say to
Hi, are we still on? I think we lost
Yes.
them.
I,
Okay.
yeah, Adiola, can you hear me? Okay. So questions.
Okay, I think I can take one or two questions. I'm actually
Yeah.
yeah, I just have
I
a few
think
minutes to
some of them raised their hands. So you can
yeah,
come
I saw.
forward if you have a question.
my name is Chinelu, and I want to ask that why is it that people discourage students from using AI to assembly? But AI
Okay.
for it,
All right. So very good question. Chidima, is that what's the name again?
still way.
Okay, Chinwe. Yes, that's a very good question. So you asked why does people discourage students from using AI for assignments? And the truth about it is this. So one of the things that we've seen is that when students use, because there has to be a balance, when students use AI for assignment, it tends to make them not think and then think through to answer their question. It doesn't build their mind. One of the things that the way the brain develops with with how you can process your thought pattern. That's the way the brain develops. Now, if you look at AI, asking AI to do a lot of work for you, it means it sometimes erodes your thought patterns and prevents you from thinking and thinking constructively as a human being as how you want to. And one of the other thing is that AI does hallucinate. I don't know whether you've heard the word it hallucinates, which means that not all the content it will give you will be the right thing. Um, because these are models that are being trained, and as they are trained, they are all trained on what we refer to as data. So data is something that how will I put it? Data is something that a book, if the word book can be a data, but until it is processed or refined, that is when it makes meaning. If I just write book, it doesn't make sense. The only time that book makes sense is that this book is used for science. Now it makes sense. Do you see? It makes sense. I'm just giving you an example. Now all of those things are what is trained, that AI is being trained about, is trained on. Now if AI is trained on the data that let me stop sharing. If AI is trained on a data that is not, trained on a data that is not, how will I put it, is not clean, or is not constructive enough, then what that means is that I mean, you will be getting wrong information. Then your thought pattern that is supposed to be processed, to be developed in a normal way, is actually distorted. However, if it is to use AI to augment what you're doing, that would have been better. But you know, sometimes we form habits and habits that are not right, especially when we are growing up. So if you are such that we depend on AI to do even your assignment, it means you are form habit that every little thing that could have required you to think or to reason to help your creativity to grow naturally, you would relate to AI to do it. And again, the content that it will give you may not be the right content. So that's why people are not advised to use AI. You are like I used the word before, you are to lead it. It is not to lead you. You are to lead that future with AI. You are the one to own it. Because there are two different things. You can, what you are asking me is using AI to do assignment, which means that I'm going to be depending on ChatGPT to write my assignment. Yes, there is nothing, if you are quite mature, because even if I depend on an AI to write something for me, I will still refine it on my own. I will still look at how we can refine. But sometimes students may not be intelligent to do that. When they get it, they will just dump it back, which is not because it doesn't now make you think. So what I want you to do is that if it is to do a research, that I want to create something, I want to develop something, and I want AI, please give me a research on how did they create a, just like Adeola, I heard that talking about it, how did they create a transport management system? Okay, but for assignments, I won't encourage you. Chinwe, I hope I answered your question. All right.
I know you guys like really nice session. I think the last of them, AI is longer than me. Who built AI?
So, who builds AI? AI is founded in 1976. I'm liking, but by scientists. The truth is, I don't know the name yet. I don't know. I can't remember the name. I don't know the name. But who builds AI is founded by a I won't use the word scientist. He's a technologist. But I can look that up. But it was built sometime in 1976. So he's not just, AI is not just a new revolution. AI has been on since 1976. It's just that OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, is what just make that revolution now something that is popular. AI has always been since in the 1970s. But I will try to get the name of who built AI, or maybe I've never thought of that,
Yeah.
or maybe Kayode can help me look for that and then help me answer that aspect of the question. All
Yeah,
right. I hope
yeah,
that
I'll
helps.
look
I
into
didn't get the name of the
that.
person. All right. Thank you.
Any other question? Yeah. My name is Obishas Madina. How is AI built?
Okay, great. It's a very great question. Okay, so the father of AI, they said, is John McCarthy. So I think to Adeboye's question, I've been able to answer your question. He's the father of artificial intelligence, and he's also the one that contributed to computer science and AI, John McCarthy. Now, to your own question, how is AI built? AI is built upon the use of data. You remember what I said? If you data, so you can bring data are raw thing, but raw when we call it raw data, when those data are refined, when I mean refined, they are clean. So data can be gibberish words. E.g., I said, if I say cat, it doesn't make any sense yet until I say cat is an animal. That is when it makes a sense. If I say dog, dog is not just anything. I have to define that, say dog is an animal. So seeing dog is an animal now makes it, now it makes sense. It's now a data that makes sense. Now that data that makes sense are converted into what you call what? Model. Model are like algorithm. You have they are driven by what you call algorithms. Algorithms are like tools that you use to define the pattern how data is behaves. Do you get? So those are the things that are built, and then those models are what you train afterwards. So like going back to my example, let's say now I take cat and I say cat is an animal. I will bring a similar animal that looks like cat, and then I will train the model to be able to differentiate between what the cat and probably maybe what's the animal, what's another animal that is in the family of cats that looks like cat also. You'll be able to differentiate. I'll bring another animal that looks like, okay, so I'll bring tiger again. I'll bring tiger and then bring tiger and bring it beside cat. I will use the model that is trained to say, oh, differentiate between cat and the tiger. Again, I bring dog, it will differentiate between them. So that is how AI is built. You train the model to be able to differentiate. Again, I can put voice into it. I put a voice, I put a text, I put a picture, and then I train it to be able to differentiate. I hope that answers the question.
Oh yeah.
So I'll just take a last
yeah,
one because I'll take a last one. Yeah.
So I muted. So Adeola, can you unmute yourself? I muted it, but suddenly I'm unable to unmute it.
So I'll take a last one.
Can you repeat that question?
Can AI turn against human? Is that the question?
Can AI turn to what?
Turn against, like, be
Okay, can AI turn against humans? A very interesting question. So the possibility that AI can turn against human is there, and that is why we're encouraged to use what AI responsibly. So there is a responsible principle that guides the use of AI. Do you understand? So there are 7 pillars around that principle that guides the responsible use of AI. Sorry, you can hear some background noise from me. I'm very, very sorry because I'm actually trying to leave also. So what are those principles that guides the core principle of responsible AI? You have that fairness and inclusiveness, which means ensuring that AI do not discriminate or treat individuals or group anyhow, that we have to treat everybody equal. And then AI should also be transparent. Do you understand? It should be able to, you must be able to understand and be able to trace it. It should also be accountable. That is, you must be able to establish some form of responsible use of the AI system, so that what you have just said right now, instead of you to be able to use AI to your good, it does not become something that is detrimental to human. Then it must also be human centered. That is, it must be able to support and not replace human judgment. It must not be able to replace human creativity. It must also not be able to replace human communication. But can AI turn against human? There is certain study that can happen, but these are guardrails we can put in place for it not to happen, and these guardrails are the responsible use of AI. I hope that helps.
Yes, very much. Thank you so much,
right.
Ma.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you.
And like I said, never stop dreaming, stay bold, and never stop dreaming, and stay curious. Please tell yourself, what problem can I solve at home? Start with it. Come to the school, start solving the problem. Go to the society. Adeola made mention of BRT. How can I make BRT process faster? Come up with it. and it will be something that we can be the greatest African country the greatest country not only in Africa but around the world. And you guys in that room are the ones that are going to lead it. So thank you so much for having me. Take care of yourself and continue to learn.
Yes, have a great day, ma.
And you too.
Okay.
Yes, this thing got disconnected. The lights went off.
Oh, okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, but
Is it back up now?
I can see your screen. Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay.
I'll see. I have to. Okay, I see.
So do we need a break or we continue? What time is the break?
I'm trying to switch it on again.
Okay. So I said, what time is the break?
By 12.
12, okay.
Okay. So you can start now. Yeah, you can start now.
Okay. Hi, students. So what have you learned so far today? Tell me what you've learned. I need 3 people.
Mine. What mic is there?
AI help to learn faster and easier.
Okay. One more.
Yeah.
We now use AI and we now use AI to our advantage.
Thank you very much. That's very good.
All right, cool. So we're going into more like a practical session now, right? And MJ, Madam Olajumoke, right? She talked about a lot of things of how AI is, impacting the future of work. And she said something that, I'm really holding on to in terms of, stay curious. And the good thing is you have the tools, you have the knowledge. There's children in China, in India that are building apps even at 7-year-old. So you're not too young to start thinking about solutions that you can solve. And how should you use AI? Use AI to help you learn, right? Because if you look at ChatGPT knows a lot of things about many subjects, about many things. Ask it questions. Use it to learn. Use it to boost your creativity. Use it to save time. And most importantly, like MJ said, use AI responsibly, right? Someone asked a question about using AI for your assignments. Tell the person sitting beside you that don't let AI replace your brain. Say it again. Don't let AI replace your brain. Yes, so that's important. Don't let AI replace your brain, right? Because you have a brain, and even the AI we are using is some people that sat down together and created it, right? So don't let that AI now come and replace your brain, and you will not be able to think by yourself. You will not be able to do things by yourself, right? So it is very, very important. Use AI responsibly. So we want to do a practical example now. How many of you have built a website before? Has anybody here built a website before? No. So, do you know you are going to build a website today? Right? Do you believe you are going to build a website today? Okay. So, and that's the power of AI, right? Because a topic that you don't know about before, you can learn it very quickly using AI. So, I'm sure you've know that there is going to be a competition today and somebody or some people are going to win a prize. So, I'm going to show you how I will do it. Then, you guys will go ahead and build it by yourself. So that's the competition. So pay very, very close attention now, because somebody in this room is going to win a prize today. Is it going to be you? I don't know. Pay attention and you will find out. So when you are learning with AI, the first thing is to understand the basics. So if you want to use AI to learn about web design, first of all, understand the basics of web design. What does it take to build a website? What do you need to know? You need to know it first. So that's where I mean, don't let AI replace your brain. You still have your brain, so you still have to learn. Don't depend entirely on AI. Then you define your goal. Okay, what do I want to do? So maybe today we say, I want to build a website for my school, right? Okay, you want to build a website. What do you want the website to be able to do? Right? So you need to define your goal. Then the next one is craft your prompt. Prompting is the way you talk to the AI, is the way you get the AI to create something, to give you a result. So you tell the AI, oh, I want a website for my school, and the website should be able to mark attendance. That is a goal. You have told that to the AI, and the AI will give you a result. Then you keep making changes until you get your right result. So is anybody here ready to take on the challenge of building a simple website today? If you are there, raise your hands. If you want to take on the challenge. Okay, nice. So let's go on. So watch me the way I'm going to do it now. So remember I said the first thing is to understand the basics. So I'll give you a basics of web design now. So what is web design? Web design is a process of planning and creating what a website looks like and how it works. So have you gone on a website before? If you've gone on a website before, let me see your hand. You've browsed the internet, you've seen a website, right? You see when you go on the website, there's text, there's pictures, there's arrangements, right? So web design is how you decide how that looks like, right? And we use programming, we use code, we type code to get a website. So there are three different technologies that we use. So first off, the web design decides how it is designed, how the structure of the website is, and how the user experience of the website is. And user experience is how it feels. So you might have gone on some website and everything is just crowded and it looks very complicated. And you go on some other website and everything is very clear. So that's user experience design, right? In terms of web design, there are three technologies that you need to know. So write this down: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So you use HTML to decide the structure of the website. You use CSS to decide the color of the website, the color of the button, and you use JavaScript for interaction. So when somebody clicks a button, what happens? Things like that you use JavaScript for. So that's just like a simple basics of web design. So can one person, two people, can they give me the basics of web design based on what I've said just now? So tell me the basics of web design. Two people. Remember, there's a prize to be won. If they can come forward too, yeah. Okay, perfect.
Basic design, total experience.
Okay. Yeah, awesome. Let's give her a round of applause. So the next question is, what are the 3 things you need to know to build a website? The 3 tools you need: HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So what are they?
H. My name is Victoria. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
Let's give her a round of applause. Okay, so now that is just the basics, right? So, and this is how HTML looks like. You see it within tags like this. And CSS also, it describes the color, and JavaScript designs the interactivity. But you know the best thing about AI, now that you know that those are the 3 things you need, you can actually go to ChatGPT now and you say, give me, so let's say, give me the code to create a simple web page using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay? Remember I said you need to say what the goal is. So now I said, okay, use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to create a simple web page. But we've not said what the website should contain. So let's give that information now. Let's say the website is for my school, Hanji Crest, and I want to use the website to mark attendance of students. Okay, so I'm going to say I want it to be a single page. Make it look nice. Right, so you see, this is just like I have an assistant, right? It's as if I have somebody working for me. And I said, okay, well, give me the code to create a simple web page using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, right? And if you want to copy something like this, so you can give me the code to create a simple web page using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The website is for my school, Hanji Crest, and I want to use this website to mark attendance of students. I want it to be a single page, make it look nice. And I'll click on send and let's see what it comes up with. And now it's giving me the code that will build that website. So, which is, remember I said the first thing to do is you need to learn it, right? So don't let AI replace your brain, because now if you look at this, AI has given us some code, but is the code correct? If you don't know what those things are, you don't know whether it's correct, right? So that's why even as someone using AI, you still need to learn it. So if it's web design, don't just rely on AI and say AI will build everything for me. You yourself, you should still learn web design. But with AI, you can do it faster. So now if I copy this code and I put it in this online editor, So I'm just going to get okay, so okay, so I'm just going to take that code and paste it in here and click on run. And now you can see just within how many seconds I have a website, right? And now you can see over here, and now you can, hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay.
Yes, you can, sir.
Okay. So if I start again, right? I went to ChatGPT and I told ChatGPT, give me the code to create a simple web page using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The website is for my school, HanjiCrest, and I want to use the website to mark attendance of students. I want it to be a single page, make it look nice, right? And it gave me this code. So what I've done now is I've copied this code and I've pasted it in here, which is like this onecompiler.com is a website that you can use to see how your website is going to look like. And now I've pasted that code in here, and now on the right I can see the website it has created for me. So HanjiCrest student attendance, and if I say Samuel, and now you see I already have a functioning website, and I can mark student as present or absent. Isn't that amazing? Can you give AI a round of applause? Right? So because before AI, you would need to write every single line of code. Remember I said you still need to know how to do it, because that's how you get to ask better questions. But with this, you can start learning, because you can look at the results and you now see, oh, if you look up here, you see HanjiCrest student attendance, and you see it over here within the title tag. So that's the title of the page. And with that, you can start learning AI. Now, another important thing is, so say I don't even know the programming, right? I don't understand what this code is. I can still ask ChatGPT and say, please explain the code to me like I am a 5-year-old, right? So I don't even understand what this code is, right? But I've told ChatGPT, please explain the code to me like I'm a 5 years old. And now you see it's saying, oh, what are we making? It's taking it to me step by step. And just by doing this, you can learn web design just by interacting with the AI. So this is part of the things that, the power that AI brings to the table. So as much as you can just chat with AI and just use it for fun, you can actually use it to start learning things with AI. So this is the project that you guys are going to be doing, once we come back from break. This is what you are going to be doing. Do we have any questions? So till yes, ask questions.
I think what they said.
Don't worry, we're going to give that when both start. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you, yes.
Okay, asking of the website, I said compiler.com.
Yes.
When you set that position,
Yes. Yes. So I used ChatGPT to generate the code. Then I pasted it on onecompiler.com, and that's how I can see these results that I've created. So any other question? Ask your question. I know you are getting ready to go for break, but ask your questions.
My name is Mike, and I change the website into art.
Can you change it into art? Into an app? Yes, you can. Because what you can do is you can also ask ChatGPT and say, oh, I want this to be an app, right? And ChatGPT can create that for you. So let's do that for example. So let's say, make this into a downloadable Python application. Right? And it's just going to go ahead, generate all of those things, and it can actually give you the code to create an app. So that is possible. For this training, we are going to be doing websites, because if you are doing app, you will need some extra software on your computer. But just to keep it simple, you'll be creating a website. So you'll be creating a website. Either you come up with a problem you want to solve, or just look at your school and say, look at a problem. For example, attendance is one that I've redone here. So look for problems within your school and build a simple one-page website to solve that problem. Any other question before you go on break?
Do you have any other question? Your break time is at 12 p.m. and it must be back by 12:20. So we have 3 minutes to go. Any other question? And there is AI to come again.
Can you use it to...
Can you use AI to print again?
A page? A game? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So let's see. Let's see. Add an interactive game to the HTML code. Okay, so now I've said it should add an interactive game to the code, and it's just going to update the code for me. So yes, you can use AI to build a game, but remember I said it's still important for you to understand it. So before you go to AI, learn how, just go and do some research on how to build game, so that you know the right questions to ask the AI. So now I think, okay, it's still generating the code. So now you see is writing a whole lot of code for us there. And now you can see it has added a game to the page. And now as I click on this emoji, you can see it's adding to the score, right? So it has created a very simple game and added it to my attendance page. So this is how easy you can start building and learning things using AI. So I'm going to leave you for now. You'll go on your break. Once you come back from your break, Adeola will take you through a couple of things around how you can talk to the AI, and you'll go into the competition. So see you later, guys.
So your time has started. So your time has started.
Indulging my energy, I don't see anything bad. Those things that they are, I'm not getting out. I'm not I'm like, when it's over, I can't feel that go down. Oh, I'm not really down. And then it goes there, and it's what's going on. I will take you to the down, they will get the power. It's me, they will see the power. It's the big power. And Charlie, you will see happy, and they do.
So, oh, no, it's coming, coming, coming. If you are the future of war, it's coming time.
Então, AI, all inside now. God is to set down. God wants to set down.
Now, this is the whole session. The next better. This is part of the competition. So, if you come in on time, that make it start a long time for you to do your right to have very long. And then you can get ready. I don't know the winner.
Yeah, the rest.
But this one gets to you back. So, he does not get it to you. Not possible. And there's something like that. Only people that are not doing Okay, so now we are going to move to next. So we are starting now. If you know you want to be the winner, this is your time. If you know you want to be the winner, but you have to pay very much attention. Remember I told you that whatever you do now, you need next year. And I'm going to glad to have now, but you can you be like, what was I thinking? What was I moving about? I need to come back from play. I'm not teaching the people, not now. This is the time that we can be a winner. So we are going to be talking about props. We've been talking about AI, and the last session we spoke about many things you can do with AI. And we're shown how to build a website, and you can't just build a website and say, oh, I want to build a website. How are you going to build this? We have 3 different tools for you to build websites. I don't know what her name is. She told us you are going to be using HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, and we were shown how it works. So now I want to teach us how to be able to prompt the AI. Okay. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. We've spoken about different types of AI, how you can use AI to learn, what you can use to generate your code. When you ask questions, I'm sure you must have used that activity to do assignments or your whole group trying to use your brain. I remember during my time when I was in secondary school, we were not allowed to use calculators. I don't know, maybe you need to use calculators. So when I was at my day and then 3 downward, we were not allowed to use calculator except when we get to SS4. So for the whole group, you want to train your brain very well, thinking when there is no AI, let my brain just think very fast. Try to train your brain. So but before we go forward, I asked somebody to go and look at the video of ChatGPT. You did not tell me. After which I said there will be a gift, we are giving you it. You took it more serious. What's the video of ChatGPT? Are you still asking me? Actually, that's qualified because you went to even do a stop, but activity of the not to me. No, there's nothing like math. Thank you. I'm going to hold my money. He was reading it from his book, but I went to do a stop. We're not doing it again. So, I'm not going to. So, for the purpose of people who don't want to do it, we must have very much. It is called Chat Generative Retrained Transformer. Now, we definitely have you guys to write it. It's called Chat Generative Retrained Transformer. So now, the going to be talking about policy. Remember in the last session, we were asked, we were told how to be able to generate your code, which is very important. Example is you are talking this part, you must be a winner. Pay attention to this session, very important. You'll be taught how to be, you were shown how to ask ChatGPT to generate code. Whereby it was told that you want to create a website to be able to take attendance in my school that active fresh. And ChatGPT was the HTML, Java, and the CSS code. And that was posted on, it was pasted on one compiler.com. Are you guys? The person that asked question about one compiler.com, pay attention. So now, when it was pasted, you saw how it looks like. And before you are sleeping, Jesus Christ, you are sleeping. You are even very tall. You are sleeping, you are not like your eyes open and like those people. You want to be a winner. So now when it was posted on one compiler.com, you saw how it looks like. And somebody asked that, can it be used as an app? Yes. If you want to know how it's going to look like, maybe it's an application you want to deploy on Apple Store or Play Store, you want to know how it looks like. And with one compiler.com, you'll be able to see how interactive the website is going to look like. You know, you can click a button, you want to change the color, pink color, you want to make the color maybe yellow color. You'll be able to use one compiler.com to test that. And before that was done, there was a very good question, or maybe good question I was giving ChatGPT. Giving ChatGPT a very good context of what you want. Example of what I mean by that. Let's say you are at home and your mom called you. Hi, Bukola, come here. To this morning. But mommy, go and hang here. You know, let me say African mothers. The most can be in front of you. Your mommy will call you from upstairs. Come and pick up the remote. Are you? Am I right? That will be in front of mommy, but mommy will still choose all you. Come and pick it up. Now, for mommy to call you, and you coming to mommy, I'm not telling you to pick up the remote. Mommy has given you what exactly you want her to do. And I'm very sure that I've told you in a very clear language that, oh, come here, pick up the remote for me. And you'll be like, pick it up. And you will pick it and give it to mommy. So mommy has actually explained to you exactly what she wants you to do. That is also the same way it should be when you are prompting your ChatGPT to do something. And now there's a very YouTube definition of what I just explained. A prompt is a question or instruction you give a program or AI, which I made example as when mommy calls you to pick a remote for you. Also, that was an instruction. And the prompt is a question or instruction you give a program or AI. Just like how you were shown the last previous session, how you give instructions to AI, asking AI to give us a code that we can use to build a website, and it gave us the HTML, CSS, and Java, and everything all came out nice. I told you this session is very important. You want to be a winner, pay attention to this session. Now, a good prompt is clear, specific, and gives context. For mommy to call you, for you to call, you were standing in front of mommy, and mommy said, pick up the remote. You can see mommy is very clear. She already told you exactly what she wants. She was specific. The specific was you to be a remote control. Are we together? And all of everything that mommy wants just that she just wanted you to call, and you are already standing in front of her, and you pick up remote control. But you will not hold on to the remote control. Give me the remote control. Give me. You will pick it up and give it to mommy. That's what this particular sentence is telling us. What is a prompt? Now, please another example. If you tell your friend family to drop something, you might get anything. That's just when I tell you that, hi, draw something for me. You will be the one thinking of what to draw. Are we together? This is very, very important. I know that they are very important. They are giving you maybe explaining what AI is, this can do. But if you know you want to be a winner, this is very, very important for you to learn from. Now, but if you say draw a happy cat, wearing hat, there is difference between cat and ant. Your friend knows exactly what you want. Are we on the same page? When I come to her, I say, I tell something. She will be the one thinking of what to draw. She will be the one thinking of something to draw. And to her, she should not be drawing. She can just think of something that, oh, maybe if I can be draw a box in class, she will just draw that. But when I tell her that, oh, draw me a happy cat, squarely art, that means you're giving her a particular thing to draw, a specific thing to draw. Are we together? Good. Now they should go ahead and draw a happy cat. The cat will be, I don't know how the cat smiles, I don't know. But when you see a cat, when the cat is angry at you, you will know. You will know where it's from. Let's say even dog. When the dog is barking and trying to open the teeth, and finally you will know. But when the dog is playing and waggling the tails, you know that, oh, this dog is happy with me, or this dog likes me. And you should be using your own hand to play, and you should just scratch the dog's head. You get it? So when you have somebody to draw a dog that is happy, the person will be able to know what to do. Now, what is the meaning of? There are two different types of prompts. That's the weak prompts and the strong prompts. The weak prompts is when you just tell me that go to go okay. This is break time. Why would I be going home? Going home to do, or maybe go home to go and meet my mommy, or go home to do something. There must be something that you want me to do. You have to be specific about me going home. So, example 2 here is write code. Write code on what? There are different kinds of code, which I don't know. I think that lady was looking on, but was it you? That question different kinds of choose. Okay, nice. And now, for you to be able to write code, I can decide to come up with maybe this C-sharp I want to use. I can decide to use anything. But when you tell me a particular thing you want to use it to do, okay, I'm going to build a website. Fine. Just like you mentioned your website, that you want it to be able to take attendance of the students in my class. And it will give you exactly what you just asked. And you need to make use of the HTML you have mentioned, the CSS and the Java. So any ChatGPT or any of the AI you want to just write code, that's what is that's the weak prompt, because the AI people know what you want it to do. Which I know that you guys might see people able to have time to try that out. The strong prompt is write a Python program that asks the user for 2 numbers and print their sum, difference, and product. Now, this is very explanatory. And this specific, I think the last, okay, 2 numbers. Now, if this is going to bring results for you, it will not bring you it will not bring you X or A or B. You are already specific about numbers. You might even go as far as giving it range which you want. You might say, oh, give me a number between the range 0 to 10. That means you are expecting it between 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It will not go beyond 10. Are we together? We're talking about prompts. And we're going to be building a website which I'm going to ask you a question and you tell me, whatever you tell me that, oh, you want to do, that is what the competition is going to be based on. Now, another example of weak prompts and strong prompts, make a game. I mentioned, I can still remember previous, I mentioned about GTA, I mentioned soccer. There are a lot of games now. Are we together? I don't know, maybe whenever you are playing a game, you will just see ads of one game that you don't know that you are not playing. It's just fun. Someone else has decided to build that kind of game. Or how will that person build that game? Because if the person does not have idea of the code, I'm very sure the person has prompted and the person has prompted, he has properly telling AI what it wants exactly. Are we on the same page? As the one that is chasing now. Before you start chasing it, by the time you start your competition, pay very much attention. And so now, to the strong prompts, write a simple Python number. Basic game here, computer chooses a number between 1 1 and 10. And the user has 3 tries to guess it, giving it after each guess. Now, if I decide to give ChatGPT this one, ChatGPT will decide to give the number between 1 and 10. The other time I made an example of 0 to 10, but now it will not choose 0. Neither will it choose -1. It will turn it back to me. It will give me 3 different numbers that is between 1 and 10. And I will be able to guess. The user will have 3 tries to guess it, giving it after each guess. Exactly the way you are giving it, that when you face the ChatGPT will bring you exactly what you want. But have in mind that when it brings it back, it might not be what you want. You can still go back and edit it. There was something that happened during the last session whereby when the first one was first pasted, there was nothing like game. Then somebody asked that, oh, can I have something? Then the presenter or my boss went back to ChatGPT, decided to edit the game. Are we together? Yes. When they first wrote that code to one compiler they respond, it was giving us how to attend that taking how to use Atladen. But then somebody asked that and then asked game code. Then he went back to go to edit that particular prompt. Asking him what we should do. Then we should just have a little bit of game there. And after going back there, ChatGPT decided to bring back another result. There was also another time that he went back to tell ChatGPT, can you help me to explain this like you are explaining it to a 5-year-old child? I'm very sure there's nobody that is 5 years old here. Yes, I do 5 years old. And then now, after I'm saying I'm very sure nobody is 5 years old. There can be 8 years. I'm very sure of that, but I cannot be 7 years. I need 7. Who is 7 years? Nobody. So I can still take 8 years. Now I'm 8 years old. I do not understand this code that ChatGPT has given. You can still go back to ChatGPT that ChatGPT help me to explain the code at home as if I'm a 8-year-old child. ChatGPT will not be bringing it line by line for you. Are we together? ChatGPT in that conversation is able to track the line of conversation. It will be able to know that, oh, you are referring to the previous question, that you are referring to the previous code which I gave to you for the website. That's for you to know that every of your conversation that you sign, it's able to keep track of any conversation or any message or any question you have is something you ask. And next time, even if you come back there and let me say, oh, everyone are continuing my game, you will still be able to read it there and still keep asking it questions gradually. But you must have a good prompt. It must have good context, it must be more detailed. Not that, oh, write code, I want to dance. Write please, I want to make music. No. There is also another example of weak prompts and strong prompts. Make a program with input. Write a Python program that asks the user for their favorite color and food. I know you like. There is nobody that will not like. Once that item set now, everybody is going to. Then print the sentence combining both. Like your favorite color is blue and you love pizza. Can you imagine? If you put this to ChatGPT, it's going to give you exactly what you have pictured in your brain. Mind you can't rely on ChatGPT 100%. Don't do that. You're not helping yourself. You are not helping yourself. So imagine if you know what you want to do, that will determine how you want to ask AI to solve the problem for you. So let me just show you a demo because I'm done with this session and it is this session that is like expo or information for you becoming a winner in that competition. After this, after showing you how this is done, the next one is going to be competition. So now we are going to do it together. So when you want to open your ChatGPT, you want to go to ChatGPT, just like ChatGPT. Yes, I regularly use, so that's why it's on. So I'm going to click enter. Okay, now it's open to me to start the chat. I was talking about keeping records for every conversation about the chat. Yeah, this is the on the left hand side. Now I can decide that I want to show us how the example is. This example, and this is what you are also going to do. Now let's read this together. No, let's read this together. What this is going to do for us now is what we want it to do for us. We want it to create a complete. Somebody called it. Okay. We want it to create. We want to give this entirely this activity to create a complete single file HTML website for a calculator. So, have you guys ever using calculator? Okay. So create a complete single file HTML website for a calculator. The website includes HTML, CSS, and JavaScript all in one file. The calculator should be visually appealing with a clean layout. Buttons for numbers 0 to 9. They're not going to be 11, but they're not going to be 10 upward. It's going to be 0 to 9. From 0 to 9, you can form many numbers. Am I right? From 0 to 9, you can form millions, trillions, and so on. 0 to 9, then operations that I want a plus, I want to minus, I want to multiplication, that's what I'm doing. And I want division, that forward slash forward. Are you aware that that is division? Okay, a clear box and equal box. That means if I want to say 1 plus 1, my next line is going to be equals godness. Now, the display should show the inputs and the results. It means that if I pick 1 and 3, that's my input. Are we together? What is meant by input is when I pick 1 and 3, that's my input. What I want it to give me is my result. That's output. It should be able to have a space to display my inputs and my results. Use CSS without the calculator nicely with color. So now, when I do colors, I have N, that's plural. I want any color to equal. That means I want that 9 different colors, let's say 10 different colors, yes. Another color for 0, another color for 1, 3, up to 9. That makes it 10. With my equal quantities, you should have another color. My operation was that I said it, my minus, my multiplication, and my division should have different color. So that means it's going to make it be more beautiful, it's going to make it colorful. Okay, so now with colors, basic and over effect. What it means by over effect, it means that when I put my cursor on it, it should have this kind of effect. When I put my cursor on it, the color should change. The color of the will not change. Okay, yes, good. And you see that there is difference between where I have the AI to see picture. Look at it. Are you seeing change? I'm not talking about the purple of color. She's the only one answering me. Now, when I put my cursor, it's changing. That means that over effect. I want the color to change. I don't just want the color to remain black. Now, it means that what it now means, let me be more practical. When I want this wall, I want this wall to change color white. Basically, I need to be shocked like, what's happening? Are you getting me? When I touch this wall, I want this wall to change color pink. But when I remove my hand, I want it to remain color brown. That's what it means by that over effect. So I'm trying to give you the meaning of those words. So that when you are in for the competition, we are going to be selecting 5 prepared students. I don't know, maybe it's not in the same class. I'm going to ask them both. So maybe so that we not just focus on just one class. So I'm trying to break down those words for you. for you to know, okay, how you can just be more creative about your design. Include comments in the code explaining each section. What does this mean? This means that I'm 5 years old child. I want AI to explain to me what each line of code is doing. Are we together?
Yes, ma'am.
It's just like, let's say you are very Hausa person and Yoruba. If I understand Hausa and there is a Yoruba person that does not understand Hausa, I will be the middleman. Are we together? I will explain what the Hausa person is saying to the Yoruba person that does not understand Hausa. So that's what this one is coming. Explaining, giving explanation of each line of code for you to understand. Not only down to your language, no. Okay, thank you. So we are going to try this out now. I might not be able to hold it by.
Then Adela, your camera is off. Yeah, Adela, your camera is off.
My camera.
Yeah.
Okay, it's off. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I can see now.
Now I've copied code already before I went to some. Then I'll go to website, I'll ask, then I'm going to paste it. After pasting it, I'll send. Let me see what's going on. So, the moment Hello, please just give me your attention now. Sorry for this. Now I'm hoping to go to Texas and we want to give us back because I'm sure that it has already kissing. I'm not sure. Hello, don't let me be afraid. Now I have a report. You remember I read this context of what exactly wants to propose, and I explained to you line by line. And I know that you already have an idea of what you're expecting from ChatGPT to generate for us. Now, it has given us the code. And this is the code. It's a very long one, and it has also added the explanation. All this I have seen is the explanation. What you have seen is those particular designs, patterns that are on. These are all really young. I'm looking for a scapegoat though, because I'm fine does not mean I'm late. And we have like one of the teachers now. Now it has given us back the phone, talking about how we want it to be displayed, talking about the body, how we want it to change that. When I made the example, when I touch up, I want it to change. It has been all those details, and these are the codes here. We also asked it to explain to us. So I don't know why I don't make it. Okay, yes, this is one of the explanation now. This part that we are seeing also, I can't start explaining because I think I'm not even of them to comprehend. Let me not take it too far. So let me copy the code and paste it for us to see. You don't need this, this does. Now, can this see? Yes, yeah. Are we together? What I went from a little bit, you guys can approach you. You want to be a winner. This is the time that you have to pay very much fine. You said to pay attention from the beginning. But how to win now? This is the time. I've explained to you what the mother was. Fine, if I still wanted to give you other colors, I know it's man is wicked a way that he doesn't want to be like too much of colors. Maybe that was combo. All those combo, he doesn't want to do that. He has given us a very perfect calculator. Like when you pick up the calculator, when you put it in calculator, you'll be able to know that, oh, this is calculator and I think I like this calculator because it's colorful. Let's say you want to use commandments. You have to pick calculator. You pick one that is fine. I know my gender. You pick something that is very colorful, something that is very fine. Am I right? Yes, ma'am. She's the only one that is in this class. You don't give up on people. You're not telling that you want to pray. So now that we are giving ChatGPT the prompts, we are giving us exactly what you want to do. Now let me say I want to make it of this. Because see, as I'm putting my cursor on it, it's changing colors. Are we together? Yeah. Are you getting me? Like I was going to give an example of putting my hand on the ball and the color of the ball is changing. It's going to shock me like, hey, what's that? Because when you have witch, it is AI that has that witch now. That is using to change colors for us. So this is exactly how you'll be able to create your in that position. This is how you're able to create yours. Think of something that you know the school might need. Or something that your teacher that really be stressing your teacher out. I'm now in competition mood now. I'm giving you ideas of what you can come up with. Think of something that you be doing in your school that you feel like, our teacher is going to lot of stress. What can I think of for them? Same thing in your classroom. Maybe your class captain, your class rep, something that you can do automatically. Maybe just a workflow. Something that maybe even let's say website. Let me not take it that far. Let's say website. You want to play the game. Let's run down to the one that you like. You like. Let's say game. You want to create calculator. You want to create a working baby. You want to do something, a baby that can take a body color, the color of her hair, the color of her hand, the color of her dress, something like that. Giving you little idea that is coming now. So that's how we'll be able to create it. Go to ChatGPT, give it a good prompt, examine the way you want it in your mind. Then it's going to generate the code for you. You can start even edited. Now if pasted the code clearly, I can see you go back and go and tell you that, oh, this is what else I want. I do not want it to be this way. It will give you back the code and it will give you the results by using wordcompiler.com. Now, I don't know if anybody, maybe you guys have the laptop sheet, so I can quickly help you open up ChatGPT, open up the wordcompiler.com, then you can start doing something by yourself. Your laptop. Okay, before bringing laptop, do you understand? Yes. Ask questions now because once you start, I'm muted. I will not answer anybody. Ask questions now. Once I get to you, I see your laptop with you. I help you with activity. I help you with wordcompiler.com. Then you start your proxy. Then put it with wordcompiler.com. But you must explain to me what you wanted to achieve and what you have achieved. Are we together? I was explaining what I wanted to achieve when I was doing mine. Then this is my result. I wanted a rubber chain. This is it. I wanted different colors. This is it. I wanted numbers between 0 to 9. With my operation science, all different operation science. It gave me a star. Please clap for me. That's your own competition. So I think we want those 5 students from different classes. Do we have DSS in this case? Yes, ma'am. Okay. So from DSS 1 to DSS 3. So let's say 6 different students. A student per class. So now if you know you're in DSS 1, choose the best thing you can build your test for. The person was not good from 101. I'm giving you 45 minutes. Hey, don't you do that? Don't you do that laptop? Only this laptop, and I can borrow you. Let me not borrow you. How many laptops do people have available? No, it can't be more. Three. Okay, I will give you guys mine. Make it 4. So that means you will not get me from. Eh? If you have laptop, you can get up to 6 laptops. That will be easier. So if you have 4 laptops, that means you go to the 4 students. Starting from JSS3, SS, okay, there is 1 laptop. Okay, good. So 45 minutes. My time starts now as I'm dropping mine. Science. And you will okay, I will show you guys internet. Okay. So, hello. And there's something you should hear. I know I'm actually suggested for you. I'm actually suggested. You don't know the password. Who wants the laptop? Who are giving to the person? Okay, the password of my own Wi-Fi. Hey, Jesus, you're not stuck. Let me try my best. I'm coming. Sir? Yes, I'm coming. Once I provide you my internet, once I provide you internet access, your time starts counting. So I'm not going to match this. Website No, but it is password. I don't Is it correct?
The last time for you, yeah.
But can I change settings here? See, 10. I have just 5, like 5%. Somebody got me something extra. What anything was it? What from the router.
My friend, I'm going to fill in.
Oh no, me. I'm connecting my Wi-Fi. I'm connecting my Wi-Fi. Yes. Wait, I come at me to check it. I don't know why this thing just went.
Oh, my name's Sarah.
You go on.
Oh yeah, see, 190.168. Hey. I'm very disappointed sometimes. The man she easily automatic type when you want so. Let me charge me. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Like you people do this. Okay. Okay, the password is uppercase P, lowercase a, lowercase s, lowercase s, then 1, lowercase w, lowercase o, lowercase r, lowercase c. It will work now. Wait.
I do get the passport. I will. Where were you?
Who has signed in?
I thought I people are being connected. You are waiting for the connection. Yeah, what about this?
Who has connected?
Are you connected? It's what?
Let me try.
You remember?
Who has connected? Password, capital letter P, like normal password. So in between pass and word, you put 1. No full stop. Okay, you are connected, right? Who else has connected? The next person connect after that person, panda. We are using just two devices. Just two devices now. Who else has connected? Who else has connected? Okay, now good. So just the two of you. What class are you? SS3, SS4, DSS3, LSS3, and that's very good. So just these two people alone. Are you able to connect? Okay, you're connected to your own night. Who else are connected to that? Only you. Yeah, Jesus. Wait. I'm trying to change the settings. I have just like eligibility for 5 devices at a time. I want to change it to like 7 or 10. I'm trying to move. So let me see. Wait, let me try to. You should be able to connect. Now it's not yet up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know the password. Bring it. Bring it. See what? Are you done with it? Okay. Okay. It is now that's the passport. Wait, I have one device, another device.
I'm going to connect.
Yeah, push the man. Yes, just 4. It's supposed to be 5. Wait. Okay, how will I do this now? Enjoy below. Settings not man change number. Empress. Settings not man change number or.
And I'm showing you what password needed. The internet is it. I'm change password needed.
A number of users, no, you must try not to change. By settings. No, like device settings, pay more number of users. Number of people that can use it at a time. So you prefer increasing. Yeah. Most system setting. Oh, you get to join you. Hello, won't be fine. Hello, can you use your phone? Can you use your phone? That's because I'm trying to change the number of users. You are true. Who is true? So it will give you access. It will give you access. So you can try it out.
And one person said she wants to just come and check the chair. I think that person I was chatting with too that day. Like just check, not sit it or who is there just looking at it whether they want to meet it or something. No, 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 45 to 2. And we do it today, same thing. Or something like that. I think I've been seeing more people looking at property from afar. So I'm thinking that I'll try and list in more places, but maybe when I come back, I'll give out to you. Can just sell it for 250. Because it's an old car. So it's not something that. It's an old car and it's very high mileage. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Oh. you.